Yeah. I think Allie potentially pull Luke aside. Hey, Luke.
Yeah.
And you see out the tiniest smirk. What you did back there was pretty heroic.
Yeah, I just didn't want Rocks to get hurt.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, I don't think any of us want anyone to get hurt. But we almost did. I mean, Juan did get hurt. Rox did get hurt. Thankfully, they're okay. Look, Luke, I really think you're a powerful wizard. You've impressed me a lot.
Thank you. That really does mean a lot to me.
Just like you wanted to keep Roxy safe. I think I'd do almost anything to keep you and your sister safe. You're like my kids in a way.
Yeah, I really look up to you too, like a father. You're not just, my mom or my dad's friend. You're actually family.
I have to admit, I tried to convince your mom to take your hoop from you. I don't know if she's talked to you yet.
Hark, has she talked to me yet? Yeah, she did. I I thought it was a little strange she asked me. I should have known it was you.
Yeah, I can't make you do anything, Luke, but I know I'd feel a lot better if you let me have your hoop and try to hide it so that Fenrir Greyback can't get a hold of it.
Honestly, Al, I'm going to tell you the same thing I told my mom. I think we need these. We need to be just as strong as him. If he has plenty more of these hoops than us not having ours isn't going to help us. And him being able to find them through some means that nobody can explain, I don't know if there is a spell that can keep them hidden forever. And I just want to be ready when he gets here. I know when all of you look at me, you see the same little boy, but I promise I think this stuff through. I really do. I'm not my dad. I don't just do things off of feelings. I really do think all my thoughts through quite a lot.
Al smirks when he says, "I'm not my dad." You know, Luke, you're not wrong in a lot of things. And it would be hypocritical of me to say that you're too young for all of this. I mean, your dad and Roxy and Juan and I dealt with some similarly difficult things when we were your age or even a little younger. And seeing you use that hoop and turn into that dragon was, like I said, it was impressive. And to be honest, Luke, I don't see you as that little boy that's incapable. I see you as very capable, but like I said, I think more so than that, I see you as someone I need to protect.
And I know you will, and I know you'll do a good job, but like even if I like die helping you guys, why is that so bad?
Al just kind of looks at him like almost shocked. Luke, dying to protect someone's not a bad thing, but it's something that I feel like we should all try to avoid at any cost.
That's what I was trying to explain. Like, I'm not trying to die. I had a plan. I thought it through. I knew I could turn to water. I knew I could turn into a dragon. I didn't know what I was going up against. That's true, but I had a plan going into it. I wasn't going into it to die like Rocks would have for me.
The thing about plans, Luke, is they don't always work out. This one did, and you've got great plans. Your dad had great plans too. I think I think we just ignored him sometimes because, you know, he was Levi. It was easy to dismiss his plans. Look, I know I know how stubborn you are, and I know that I'm probably not gonna get what I want out of this, Luke, but no matter what happens, just don't try to be the hero just to be the hero.
I would only do it for you guys. If that was anybody else, they would be Dementor food.
And listen, I think those things are susceptible to mind magic, which I know is your specialty. So if you come against one again, which, God, I hope you don't. I actually used the Imperious Curse on the one today, and it seemed to work. So, not that you need my permission, but if you have to use it on them, I feel like it's a safe bet.
So you're letting me use the curse?
Luke, we're talking in like an extreme situation here.
To defend myself, obviously, Uncle Al.
If you change your mind, you know where to find me. And I know that just hiding the hoops isn't a great plan either. Trust me, I've thought about that. But I really feel like at least if we can stop him from getting all of them, because if worse comes to worse and he gets control of all of them, who knows what could happen. So I still might try to hide mine.
If we can stop them, though, and we get all the hoops, we'll become more powerful.
What does Luke's face look like when he says that? I'm just curious. Like, is it like what kind of powerful? Like, is it like
almost excited? Almost the thought of it really excites him to be that strong.
And Al tucks that thought away, but he's not going to address that now. Well, let's just hope that if anyone does end up with all the hoops, it's not him, and that one of us would instead.
I think I'd really like that.
He'll kind of put his arm around Luke. I don't know if they're like sitting on a love seat or couch or something, but he'll kind of put his arm around him and give him a little.
Luke hugs him. Luke hugs him. Luke gives his uncle a big hug.
Have you been using deodorant?
You know, yes.
Like, can't forget deodorant.
I put some on like 3 days ago.
You're 3 times the amount. You're going through puberty still, like just.
I know. Do you hear my voice? I know I'm going through puberty.
Probably this like Axe or something, like Axe spray.
Oh, that's the worst though.
Oh, sometimes that's.
I love Axe.
Yeah,
I love Axe.
Chessa actually, right after that conversation, she does turn to the group, just so that you have access to everybody. I'm gonna say that all the Zodiacs are back, so you're back in your Normandy, your Skyhold. Where all of the NPCs are hanging out.
It's Skyfall! My potty.
So everybody's there. I'm going to say Austera is there as well. Chessa will actually turn to the group and say, Albicun, how many of the hoops have you actually tried putting into a wand at the same time?
Al will look at Juan and Roxy and
3.
kind of question, was it 3?
Yeah, no, we had the shapeshifter, my flying hoop, and your astral projection hoop, right?
Yeah, I think that was when we first kind of discovered the hoops. We were testing them out, and Juan tried all 3.
I'm curious what would happen if you placed more than 3.
Let's try. I haven't tried yet. We haven't tried with 4. And Juan will say, let's do it like old times. Al, Roxana, yeah.
She'll take off the hoop and hand it to you.
Juan will put it. Al will give Juan his.
Al's looking to see what Luke does first. Al's just kind of twiddling with his wand. He's nervous at this thought. Did Juan not ask for Luke's out of character?
Not yet. But he first asked the ones he thinks will give it him. Yeah. Like the ones that he has already tried.
Al's spinning it on his wand, but he reluctantly, he takes it off and gives it to Juan.
Thanks. Look, may I borrow your dad's hoop for a moment?
You promised to give it back?
Of course.
He'll take it off. He won't pull his whole wand out, but he'll just take a single hoop off and hand it to Juan.
Now, are both of your hoops on there?
Yes.
One, roll a spot check, please.
And my spot is bad, my spot is bad, my spot is bad. 10.
I'm gonna say, even with a 10, you're gonna notice that there's a new etching on Luke's wand that wasn't there before.
Look, what's that?
It's my wand.
Yeah, no, but that wasn't there before.
Oh, I just put something in it.
Look at me in the eyes. Did you get another hoop?
Yeah.
Did Norio gave you his?
Yeah.
That's a lot of trust.
He said that he believes I can do good with it, and I promised I would.
I'm sure you will. May I borrow it? The more we try, the more we know. I'll give it
promised to
back,
give him-
just as your dad's. Of course I'll give them back.
Alright, you'll give it to him then. He's a little reluctant, but he will. In the
And
name
we'll
of
put
science. 5 hoops.
And we'll put all 5
5.
hoops into his.
Let's watch Juan turn into a god right now.
Roll a use magic item.
God,
Juan.
God. Yeah, all of them into Juan's.
Crit fails and he blows up right now and dies.
Yes!
What
That
is
is
Tessa's-
awesome!
That would be
Al is
awful.
looking at Tessa.
He explodes with power. He just explodes.
Yes,
Just curious,
Al-
Al would have looked right at Chessa whenever Levi or Luke was explaining the second hoop, and what is her reaction? What does he sense?
She sensed a big bit surprise, obviously, but she's like, it looks like she wants to say something, but she's biting her tongue for the time being. So, but definitely surprise.
She's keeping herself for now.
So what is Clef? What use magic item? What roll?
12.
12. That's
Fuck! I almost
Okay.
failed.
Almost crit.
So you take the wand, and you can feel that again. You have the combined abilities of all of the hoops that you have, and then you activate it. And I'm gonna say that when you activate it, suddenly to your surprise, Chance grows very pale, and he starts to get really like short of breath.
No, this is what killed his friend.
He starts to feel really, really sickly.
Stop. What?
Juan will stop. Like,
Roll a use magic item.
Oh God. Juan,
God, I'm
you
not gonna
killed-
be able to stop.
You killed Chance.
I'm
It's not
rushing.
dead yet.
You better not have killed Chance.
18.
Oh my God.
18.
Deactivate.
18. You activate again the hoop, and then the color comes back. And he takes a gulp. What in blazes did you just do?
Nothing! I activated the hoops!
Tritessa says he was looking towards Chance's direction. Activate it towards me, she says. Tritessa
Oh
says.
my fucking god! It draws magic out of people! That's
Does it?
That's what it's.
So
Oh
when Tritessa
god!
says-
That's how you become so powerful.
That
I'll
means
do
that Greyback has 5. They need one more. 'cause
At
we have
least
5 and
has
they have
5. At least.
At least.
Okay,
You
There's two
didn't
have
test
it-
it with 4.
We
You
didn't
might
test it
only have
before.
4.
Yeah, but
Okay, Juan is going to do it facing Tessa now.
Al
Because
is going to interject and say, Al's going to say, wait a minute. Are you sure? Like, what? This could go really bad, Tritessa.
Well, what do you wanna? I'm not gonna have him aim it towards Chance again.
Oh, for God's sake, do it on
Probably shouldn't aim it towards Finn either.
do it on me, Juan.
Why are we aiming this at anyone?
to figure out what it does.
To figure out
You're
what's
trying to learn what
happening.
it does.
Okay, I'll roll again in front of Roxana because she said so. Another 18.
18. Roxana, something comes over you that feels really weird. Not painful, just weird. And then Naila will say, Roxy, are you okay?
Feel funny. Weird.
Try casting a spell.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah, do that.
She'll just try and cast like a very simple like levitate. She doesn't
Sure.
have levitate.
Roll a magic roll, please. A charm. Roxana, huge, very high check, waves her wand to cast a simple levitate spell. With that score, it should be crazy easy for you. But nothing happens.
She's gonna try and change her hair color with her metamorphomagus ability. See if that works.
Nothing happens.
I can't use my metamorphomagus ability.
One will deactivate.
Roll it again. You'll have to do another use magic item.
This is interesting. The fact that now to deactivate they have to use.
Yeah.
17.
Try casting a spell again, or use your metamorphomagus ability
She'll
again.
try and use her metamorphomagus ability just to change her hair color.
It works.
She
We
just
can
goes,
turn it off and on.
for a minute there, everyone.
But this is bad.
This is very, very bad. Let me try something. And Juan will take out Levi's hoop and like pass it on to Luke. Let me try it with 4, it does the same.
He puts it
And
back
we'll
on
activate it. And we'll activate it again in front of. I want to do it for the Roxana else. Any like.
I just do it in front of me again. Nobody else.
Okay.
He's
Critical
doing that.
fail.
Wait.
Wait.
Okay. I was gonna
No,
interject.
I'll give you a chance.
I was gonna
Go ahead,
interject and say
interject.
while he's doing that, Al goes in to like stop him and grab his like ask for his hoop back. So I don't know if that means Al gets hit instead. But Al was gonna be like, enough, like just give me my hoop back and step in front of him.
Okay, I'm going to say that Al steps in, tries to grab the hoop, and then you try to activate it to Roxana, and then something, a big wave of force pushes both you and Juan off of his feet. And Albion, you feel really weird at the moment.
Okay.
So I'm
This is
prone.
bad. This is weird.
Al sits up. I told you guys this wasn't a good idea. Just give me back my hoop, Juan.
Okay, I'll relax. Here, he will take it off and hand it to you. We need to investigate. Okay, I'm
Al,
sorry.
Did Al feel weird, he said?
Al feels weird.
Juan will give the hoops back.
Did you deactivate?
I don't think it's
You activated on somebody, right, Juan?
It's not me.
I was trying to. I don't know if it worked. It felt very weird. It didn't feel like it worked.
Rox, do you still have your magic?
I do my metamorphomagus thing.
It works.
She looks at Al.
Tritessa says, so maybe you need 5 in order to nullify magic on someone?
Maybe. But even then, like, the moment I deactivated it, Roxana was fine. So Greyback must have more than 5 if he can make it permanent.
No, but you didn't. But what if Greyback never deactivates it? What if he just leaves it on you forever?
It doesn't feel like I can do that.
Can you do that? Nihilith wonders.
You didn't try it on more than one person at a time.
I would like to, but Are you okay? You look weird.
Al stepped is there a window nearby? Like Al kind of stepped over to the
Sure.
window and he's kind of like squinting, and I don't know how it feels in him. I don't know if it's like a headache or if he just feels nauseous. But while they're kind of talking, he privately tries to like just conjure like a small flower petal, like something he's done 1,000 times. Like that he would succeed at pretty much. I'm just gonna roll 2d6 because I don't know my modifier off the top of my head. But I rolled 8 plus my modifier for conjuration.
That's what normally, Again,
Yeah.
you've done this tons of times. It doesn't work.
Ah! You got rid of his magic forever, Clef. How? How could you do this to Al?
Didn't deactivate it after he activated it.
He crit failed. There's no way he's getting his magic back.
When Al turns around, you see his face is probably pale. He looks at Luke, he looks at Roxy. He says, "Give me your hoops."
Okay.
I
What is
don't know
Luke doing?
about. Are you gonna give it back?
Yes, just give me your hoops, Luke.
He gives them back.
Al takes his hoop off of his wand. He gives the 4 hoops to Juan again. He says, "Undo it. Whatever you did, undo it."
Juan will put them on, and it's a sensation when it's activated, or
Yeah, I would say so. You feel something.
okay, okay, we'll try to deactivate.
You're gonna need
Roll a
critical
use magic
success.
item.
Get a critical success right now, please, God.
Admittedly, he's using
17.
5 hoops, so it's more powerful.
You will try to deactivate whatever it is that had just happened.
And then
And then what goes next?
Al, this time instead of doing it privately, Al publicly tries to conjure something.
Go ahead and roll for it, please.
Oh
I'm
my God,
gonna
crit
roll
fail.
until I.
You got a crit fail.
We don't know if it's because of me or.
It doesn't backfire because there's nothing to backfire.
There's no
doesn't work.
magic. He's
It
got
just
no
doesn't work.
magic. No, my uncle.
Okay.
No.
Eventually, if he keeps trying, eventually Al
Yeah,
just
Juan
says,
will keep trying and trying.
Al just says, "Stop," and he'll hold his hand out for the hoop. He won't say anything. He'll just hold his hand out.
We'll take the hoops out and give it to him.
He gives him all the hoops.
Okay.
Yeah, all of them.
Okay.
Juan feels bad.
Al gives Juan's back to him. He gives Luke's back to him, and he gives Roxy's back to her. And Al just turns and walks out the house with his hoop and his wand in his hand.
I go after.
I cannot believe this happened.
Why?
And Al's gonna
Why
try
does
to.
it always
Al's gonna try
have to be with
apparate.
me?
Go ahead and try to apparate, but you won't be able to.
Yeah.
It's always with me.
Well, Finn will go after Albion as well. Hey, Al. Where are you going?
He'll turn around. I don't know. I can't even apparate.
I'm sure it's only temporary. I'm sure we can find a way to fix it.
It was a lot easier to pretend that was the case when I was talking to Roxy about Ahmed. And I want it to be fixable, but what if it's not? What if this is permanent? I told them not to. I don't know why we had to mess with these stupid hoops. We just need to get rid of them. And now I can't even do that. I was gonna hide this one. And now I can't even do that.
You look at the hoop as you have the wand, and something feels different. Like you can feel an energy surging from the hoop through your wand, a lot more powerful than you felt it before. Like way more powerful than you ever felt the power coming from that hoop.
Oh God, no!
He'll just kind of look at it. Does he see anything different, or?
He doesn't see anything different, but it definitely feels different. Like, before when you had your wand with the hoop, you felt like a twinge of power. Now it's like surging with a lot of power as you're focusing your attention to the hoop.
I don't think Al ever put them back on. Does that matter? Like he still had the hoop in one hand and the wand in the other. Does that matter? Or is it still?
I don't. I think Juan was able to use it while on his wrist or separated from it. So I think you could.
No, it
still
had
use
to be attached to the hoop. It had to be attached to the wand.
Oh, okay. Then you feel the power, but you can't use it right now.
I'm gonna say that you feel a power, but because it's not attached to the wand, it's not like as much as I described it to be. But you feel something from the hoop, power from the hoop that you never felt before just by holding it in your hand before.
Okay, so he'll say, Finn, give me your hand.
Okay. He holds out his hand.
And he'll say, here, hold this. Tell me if you feel something. And he'll put the hoop in his hand.
I mean, it's tingly. I feel a little bit of energy coming from it, which is kind of how you felt with it too, before. But now you wouldn't describe it as a little tingly.
Right. It feels different. It feels stronger, Finn. Even though I can't cast magic, it feels different.
Didn't Tritessa say something about how these hoops were way more powerful when Muggles wielded them?
I think you're right. And Al's gonna try, he looks at Finn, he says, let me try something. And he's gonna try to use the astral projection. Yeah, I guess if he has to, he would put on the hoop and try, or the wand and try that.
Roll a use magic item.
Feels so bad.
It's another thing where it was supposed to hit me and then
19.
19.
Why can't nothing bad happen to Roxana?
I don't know. It's something that should.
Albion, suddenly the sensation of you doing astral projection comes over you, but it definitely feels way more powerful than it did before. You disappear from Juan's house, and you are actually in the Thunderbird common room. And while you're in the Thunderbird common room, you see this glow as if it's drawing your attention. And if you follow the glow, you see that there is this image of Chadwick Boot. Chadwick being the founder of the Thunderbird House. But Chadwick also has someone next to him, which appears to be a woman who I would say Albion knows as Chadwick Boot's wife. A woman by the name of Josefina Calderon, who is actually of Mexican descent. Josefina Calderon. And something catches your eye, because she has on her wand, you see an etching, a very familiar etching on Josefina Calderon's wand. It appears to be the same etching of the symbol that Juan has.
Yo.
The other thing you notice is not only does her wand seem to have the exact same etching that Juan's wand has, there is a second etching on her wand as well, which is a symbol that you have yet to see on anyone else's wand.
Okay.
What do you do next?
Is there anything else in the common room, or is it just that painting that's glowing?
Nothing of interest. You can look around and, explore, but there's just students and they just seem to be studying or chatting, but I don't think there's anything else of interest here in the Thunderbird common room.
Okay. So you said Al did recognize who Josefina was. How did he know who she was, or what's that history?
It's common knowledge. I mean, just from history. I would think through history, especially because you guys were you went to Ilvermorny. Maybe I'm gonna say that Albion read up on more about the history of the school, and he would have in passing learned that Chadwick Boot had a wife named Josefina Calderon.
I guess at that point he would astrally unproject himself back to Finn.
What happened? You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It actually it worked. So I think Tritessa's theory is correct because this time when I used it, I went further than I've ever gone. I actually went to Ilvermorny.
Wow. That's pretty far. The other thing that I will also point out, it might sound a little bit weird to describe or hard to describe, but while you were coherent in your astral plane form, your body back with Finn, you're still coherent there too. So you actually were like,
You broke the disadvantage of that hoop.
yeah. So you can still
Damn.
you can still act normally back in your normal body while you're astral projecting somewhere else. You can act
You're in
normally.
2 places at once, babe.
Essentially, you can be in 2 places at once. One of which is your astral projection self.
Now just imagine if you add another hoop onto that.
Dude. That's
We
what
have
one
to-
wants to do.
We have to give
need
Alfie
to-
all potions.
We need to convince
Um,
Albion to do it, because I don't think he will be too willing.
Al would explain that to Finn then, what you just explained to him, that he also had control of his physical body as well.
Wow. 2 Albions at once. Sorry, Finn kind of like shakes his head a little bit. 2 Albions at once. He's like, wow. 2 Albions at the same time. Put that away in my back pocket for just keep that like he's probably gonna be like, Juan, thanks man. Thanks, Juan.
At this point, did anyone else come out? Not that Al's not wanting to interact with Finn, but I think
Juan
based on
would
what's happened,
definitely go.
Yeah.
Juan
will
would definitely
will-
go.
Al just looks straight at Juan and he says the name. He says, Josefina Calderon.
What?
Is Juan's response.
Who's that?
The wife of, I forget the guy's name, the founder of Thunderbird, Josefina Calderon.
Does that ring any bells?
Kind of. So you've gone through your family tree before, and I'm sure that your dad probably like had shown you some of your family tree, and you feel like you've heard that
dad?
name or you've seen that name. No, your biological dad.
I never knew him.
Oh, sorry, you never knew your dad. So it would have been your mom, your
Okay.
biological mom. Your mom would have told you
Like,
about it.
that's... I think she's kind of like my ancestor. Why are you asking? I'm sorry. I'm sure we can fix whatever I did, okay?
Look, my magic's gone, at least for now. Hopefully not permanently, but these hoops work even stronger when you don't have magic. I just used my hoop and went to Ilvermorny, but unlike before, Juan, I could still see Finn while I was here. And at Ilvermorny, I saw your hoop in a picture. And it was Josefina Calderon who had it on her wand, but it wasn't the only one. You said you got yours from that figurine your father left you.
Do you think someone in my family could have another one?
So wait, she had more than one?
Is this Finn talking again?
Finn asks.
Al will turn and say, "Yeah, sorry. She had 2. In this picture that I could see so clearly, it was like glowing, as if something or someone wanted me to see it. I saw 2 etchings, and I don't know if Al knows the signs, but he would try to draw it out. Yeah.
We've never seen that one.
We should show this to the others. Maybe one of them can identify what that other symbol is.
Naila's
Toby
really
here?
good at this, right?
Naila is very good at this.
Yeah, we should go ask her. But Albion, no, you know what? I'll ask later. Let's go ask about this.
They would go
Fine, we'll
inside, and
enter
Al's
the-
looking for Naila.
So Norio, you're gonna go back to the Philippines, and you're probably gonna go to the to the bar. I'm already starting, Mikey.
Bar.
To the bar.
The bar.
That is being, and Delphina will be bartending, and she'll say, "Well, hello, my dear prince. Haven't seen you in a little bit. Should I get your usual?"
Milk and cookies every time.
She smiles. "What have you been up to? Met any new people? Made a lot of other friends?"
A few. I ran into one particularly interesting group of people.
What makes these group of people more interesting than the type of groups you normally run into?
She's your sister-in-law?
Say what?
Yeah. Unless, you know, there's a different Aika with a Delphina sister who was mysteriously lost in a vampiric accident.
Roxana, I think, would be her name.
Roxana Schvetz.
I see. Did you mention me to her by any chance?
Yes. Not where you were in particular, but they know of you. Why did you never go see them?
Because I'm dead. Well, as far as they're concerned, I'm dead to them.
Clinically, that's true.
You're preaching to the choir, my dear prince. You're preaching to the choir. No, and when I was turned, my sister didn't particularly like the fact that I was turned. And she made it a point to go after the one who sired me. Hence why she became a vampire hunter in the first place. But you know what happened to her, unfortunately, what her fate was.
Mm-hmm.
And have I tried to make contact with Aika and my mother since? Yes. Many times. But as you can probably guess, I died a long time ago. I'm a monster to them. Always have been. I think Aika in particular was very cold to me the last time I saw him. He offered to take me out of my misery so that I wouldn't have to suffer through this for the rest of my life. Because he thought that that would be the best thing.
I'm sorry.
Huh. You don't have to be sorry about anything. It's just the way that, the world changed very drastically. But in many ways, things are still the same, if not worse.
Yeah. You know, maybe I need something a little harder than than just milk and cookies this time. Get over that depression. Reality.
Of course. So, how's your wife doing?
She's good. She's happy, healthy. Still doing her thing. Honestly, I should probably have gone there first, but I figured I should at least come say that I met them and maybe let slip a little more than I should have, apparently.
Oh?
That you were alive, even if I guess technically they already knew. Or, well, your brother knew.
If you were in my position, what would you do? This is a wound that has just been reopened that I thought I had gotten over a long time ago.
I don't know. In my shoes, I know I'd try again one more time, but I am not you. My scars are different.
I heard that they have a child. Well, he's older now, but all the more reason that I think they would be extra overly cautious and overprotective.
Maybe see Roxanne. she, to her benefit, she didn't freak out the moment I showed her what I was. She didn't take it the most graceful, but she didn't draw her weapon.
All right. I think that's something then. One thing I wanted to mention to you. At the time, I didn't really think much of it, but as you know, as a bartender, I tend to overhear a lot of things and overhear a lot of rumors. You hear a lot about these bizarre phenomenons right now that's happening around the world, where wizards and witches are suddenly missing their magic, their ability to cast spells. I heard a rumor that one of the most recent victims of such a thing is none other than the UK Minister of Magic herself, the great Hermione Granger.
Norio definitely leans in at that. You sure? That could shake the world.
I don't know how much of that is true. If it is, I would imagine that they would not necessarily advertise that to the rest of the world publicly because, well, we can't let the ministry seem to be weaker, God forbid.
Even if it's just a rumor, this is going to... If the Muggles and no mages learn of this, it could start another war.
Somebody definitely is trying to disturb the balance, and if they're going, whoever this is that is doing this is somehow targeting the leaders or ministers of magic, I have to say, it's clever. It's very clever.
If you knock the king and queen out, well, the pawns will fight amongst themselves.
To be fair, Miss Hermione Granger doesn't only have magic going for her, she's also very smart. So,
True.
I wouldn't put it past her that she would at least put up a fight if she was in a situation as compromising as that is.
I'd hope none of the ministers would let themselves be compromised that easily, but things happen.
She then leans in a little bit closer and says, I have another thing that I overheard that I think you should find most interesting. You should be most interested in, because I think you may want to keep an eye on things to make sure that nothing happens. I heard from other sources that this Fenrir Greyback, you know the name.
He's heard it that night, even.
I have a rumor that Mr. Fenrir Greyback is currently on the prowl looking for something. I don't know exactly what he's looking for.
He's looking for the etchings.
The etchings as well?
Yes.
Oh, so you're a target too.
He'll pull his wand. Was. Then he'll slide it back in.
Well, that must be what he's demanding, because I think part of the way that I think this whole mess that's going on with Miss Hermione Granger is way more complicated and involved than that. It sounds like whatever he's looking for, he believes the ministry or Hermione Granger herself knows about it and might be hiding something very key to finding what exactly he wants.
Are you suggesting that he took her magic?
I don't know. I was trying to put two and two together.
They are both very dangerous circumstances. If they are connected, things don't scare me easily. But that is one thing that terrifies me.
Because I heard from a reliable source that one of the ways that he is planning to make Miss Granger talk, if taking her magic wasn't enough, was to go after the Potter kids. James Sirius in particular was a name that I heard.
my best to get this knowledge into the right hands.
I know that the Potters themselves keep themselves as secluded as possible from the public eye, but if for some reason you find yourself within the vicinity of where the Potters live, I would keep a close eye out on them, especially James.
I may have to delay going to see my wife after all.
Didn't mean to give you that much of a dump, but then again, that's why you're here, aren't you?
I mean, you've always been a very, very valuable source of information. But you were a friend before that, and I wanted to let you know.
Well, you're very welcome. I'd like to believe that my sources are very good.
They rarely fare.
When you're forced to hide in the shadows, you can't help but observe what's going on around these parts, especially things that the Ministry of Magic would prefer are not to be heard or seen.
Your sources have rarely ever been wrong. I get a feeling, as much as they hate it, they won't be wrong this time either.
Yes, most of the time I wish half of them were wrong as well. Well, I think that's enough of that. How about more cookies?
Oh yeah. And he'll munch down the cookie, take the shot of milk. What I wouldn't give to be 12 again. Or, what was I the first time I came here? 7? 6?
That was a very long time ago.
Not that you could tell by looking at us.
She will raise a glass to that.
Yo. Yo.
Boy.
Wow.
Might
I
have
was
got
not
deep.
expecting that. But I'm glad I went to the bartender.
God.
So much stuff happened in that last scene.
In just that moment, yeah, I would have loved to see it. You're muted, Clef. I would have loved to see that in the game.
Hey, Al, are you alright? Naila asks.
I'll be fine. And he'll hold out the sketching. Do you recognize this?
She looks at it. Yeah. Hold on. Her eyes go really wide. Ophiuchus.
What does it mean?
Ophiuchus?
The 13th zodiac symbol. Ophiuchus.
There's 13
So wait.
symbols?
They used to be.
Yeah, there is. It's not very commonly known, but there technically is a 13th zodiac symbol. Where did you find this?
He said I saw it in Ilvermorny. I just used my hoop to go there, and it's like I didn't even pick to go there. It's just where I ended up, and I saw it in a picture. You know who Josefina Calderon is, right?
Name sounds familiar. Was she one of the people from Ilvermorny?
Yeah,
Something along those lines?
the wife of the founder of Thunderbird, and apparently my ancestor.
Wait,
She had.
you were related to one of the founders of Ilvermorny?
Apparently. But Alion, you have the list, right? Or Naila, what power this Alkion, whatever it is, what power does it have?
Ophiuchus?
That
Never actually. Well, like I said, it's not a very commonly used zodiac, so my research never found a power associated with it. Your guess is good as mine as to what it does.
Okay. I'll go talk to my mom. Maybe she can tell me more about Calderona. Now to point number 2. Al, you said that the hoop ability skyrocketed when you used it now, right?
Yeah, it was stronger than ever. We need to figure out where this other hoop could be. It might be more important than any of ours.
I'll go home like right now. My mom should be there. I'll go ask her. Maybe she knows more.
Be careful, please.
Anyone want to come
Yes,
with
I
me?
wanna-
I don't think
Say,
it's
let me
safe
try
going
something
alone.
really quickly. And Al's gonna try using just his again, but this time, since last time he just kind of put it on and didn't really have a thought, he's gonna really focus on that 13th symbol when he tries to astrally project and just see what happens.
Yeah, just roll something for me.
14.
Roll something.
14. Okay. You focus really hard on that symbol, on the Ophiuchus symbol, and you find yourself, to your surprise, back in the Enchanted Library.
I knew it. I knew it was in there. I knew it.
Let's go right now! Let's
The glow is drawing your attention to a specific red book on the bookshelf. Actually, one of the red books that Luke and Leia were thumbing through before.
The Mass Effect one.
Al's gonna go over and
I
pull
knew
the
it.
book off the shelf.
You can easily, in your astral projection form, pull the book off the shelf. Easily. As if you were physically there yourself.
And he'll flip through it.
You'll flip through it. And I mean, it'll show like a bunch of pictures, but unfortunately, like, I don't think you're going to get more information other than that, because everything is written in this other language that you can't decipher. But for whatever reasons, your attention is being drawn to that specific book.
So the Al that's back in physical world is gonna say, guys, I'm in the library with the same library we all went to, and there's this book, it's red.
The creepy ass library from another dimension?
Yeah, I tried using the hoop and focusing on that 13th symbol, and this is where it brought me, and he'll describe to the best of his ability the book and what he sees as he's flipping through. This
We
might
need
be
to
the
go
key
back.
to find.
To go back and take a look at that book again.
Aren't you already
yeah, Al's
looking at
just-
it? Aren't you already looking at it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm flipping through it. I don't see anything. I don't see the symbol anywhere, do I? Out of character.
Roll a spot. Roll a spot.
It's gonna be on like gimmick or something.
Can I do investigate?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because that's better than my spot.
It's gonna be on Nathan's wrist or something.
So
That'd be
this
cool
is
if
how
something
you
like
make
that.
us go Mass Effect.
11.
This is
Yes, you do actually see a hoop with that Ophiuchus etching symbol on it. It seems to be, there is this photo of somebody who is in possession of it, and it is a creature that you have seen whilst thumbing through the pages of this book. It is a creature that has a completely in this form-fitting suit with a beautiful mask with like glowing eyes, and the person wearing the suit is actually has a whitish suit, and she's got an electric guitar. It looks like electric guitar looking thing on the side, like strapped to her side, and that's all the clues that you have. But she clearly seems to be holding on to a hoop looking thing that has the etching in one of the illustrations of this book.
All right. I say, wait, guys! I think I found it. I found the picture. It's in this. It's in the red
Where
book.
is it?
He'll describe the Hark just described. She's in white. She's got this. I think it's a guitar, and she's holding the hoop.
we're supposed to find her.
He'll flip to the front. Does the book have a title?
It does, but it's in again language you can't decipher.
Right.
It does have a title.
Wherever this woman is, maybe, I don't know. Do you think we can like use these books to find these people? Someone left this memory, right?
So I don't know. Maybe if Tritessa says, maybe if a group of us physically went back to the library and actually physically got to the book, maybe we'd be able to learn more.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I can try to bring it back, but if not, that might be our best bet. Should I check anything else before I come back?
Try it, Al. If these hoops are making it super powerful, you might as well try and see if you can bring it back with you.
All right, so he's gonna hold the book really close against his chest and try to astrally project back.
roll a critical success and do it, so we don't have to go back.
20.
Heck yeah.
20. All right. You focus. You have the books in your hand, and you come back with the book in your hand. That is crazy useful, Albion. You're like a superhero now.
Yeah, Al.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Wait, have you guys ever seen Nightmare on Elm Street?
Yeah.
All right. He can focus really hard on Greyback. Go get Greyback. Hug him. Bring him back to our world. And we jack him up.
We jack him up? I don't know. I think it's a good idea, but I don't want Al to get put.
But then again, I don't know how this works if he also has 5 hoops. So that might put a damper in the plan. Never mind.
Yeah. We should wait.
Yeah, definitely never mind. Don't go to somebody else who has 5 hoops.
Tritessa says, and he can also turn back time as well.
Yeah, little chest.
So
He needs to. Okay, we definitely need some edge when we battle him. So I think finding this 13th hoop might be the key.
More friends might also help.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the 4 of us
Yeah.
got this.
A really
12 of
strong
us
good
got
I was gonna flip through and show them the page where he found the woman with the hoop and say, "Here it is, right here."
Mass Effect is not a video game in this world, right?
Is that Mikkel's character?
No, that's Matt.
Mikkel?
That's Matt.
Oh.
My fellow
Matt.
Australian.
Oh.
My boy.
Naila looks at it and says, yeah, that symbol is definitely the Phaika symbol, but wow, that, whoever that is, looks really odd.
Yeah, what the hell
My
is that?
fella's not wrong.
While you guys are looking at the book, it starts to shake a little bit, and the book starts to give a glow, and then it starts to there's this big flash of light, and randomly, and by randomly I mean all of the PCs fly into the book, into the Mass Effect book.
Found the crossover.
Crossover app.
I need to grab my ankles.
Where's my sister?
We're gonna be a little meta, and I will say, if you were to bring another one or two NPCs with you, which one or two
Leia.
NPCs would you like to bring with you?
Leia.
You want to bring Leia with you?
Selection?
Okay,
Character
Leia will
selection
come.
time?
Yeah, character selection.
Boom,
Who wants to
boom,
go?
boom,
Who do you think would be best to take you to the Mass Effect world?
Oh my god, we're going to Mass Effect, guys.
I just want to bring my
Let's bring
son.
Leia.
Pretty.
Just don't let any of them die.
We won't.
I mean, okay, let's think about this. Astera, because she's cool. And
No, what? No. We definitely bring Finn. We 100% bring Finn. Finn
Yeah,
needs
that's
to
probably-
be here.
Yeah.
I'd be fine
Yeah.
with Finn.
I feel like Mikey would love to have Finn there.
was
Yeah.
gonna-
honestly.
I'm mostly thinking like, who do the?
Keep an eye on him, Albion.
I was gonna bring Chance. If we're thinking about the other players, because I know they all like Chance, especially Mikey.
No,
I
we're
want
gonna-
to bring Leia. I want to bring
Not to
Bring
Leia.
in
mention,
Mikey is gonna hate my accent. Mikey is gonna absolutely hate.
That's gonna make the episode even better. We can just
Okay,
have Mikey
yeah.
play kids.
We could also have Mikey play Chance. That's true.
So we're taking the
So,
mermaid, the Jedi, and the leprechaun.
Yeah.
I mean, what better crew? What better crew? Honestly.
What better crew?
you've got Luck, a nerd for sci-fi, and a buff dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
what could go wrong?
Yeah.
really attractive.
You're welcome. Yes, you're welcome, Mikey.